like hackers are like malicious individuals. So they don't like reveal their data presence to you as a like a digital code. Sometimes not able to find out the data because the data is hidden. So we have a data ID techniques. So data management techniques. So we have to talk about that. So part of this, like we are going to discuss about two sections of concepts like cryptography and technology. Cryptography and technology. So we are talking about data privacy, so data protection. So in this class, so let's try to understand like, what is our data format exactly? How computer can understand your data? Binary. So you know that like a computing systems. So all computing systems they use the data in a binary format. So binary is the data. So binary data is processed by our computers. So either zero or one. So bits information. Bits. You know like a bit either zero or so zero or one is a bit. And we are saying like a byte. So totally 8 bits are memorized. 8 bits are called as a okay. So we have an input means 4 bits. So 4 bit information like a input 4 bits of information. Byte like a 4 bytes of information. So like we have like data. So computer can process only that format, but not everything. End user want to use his language, not computing language, right? As a end user, I love to like enter the commands in English or my preferred language. So my ideal language, my human language is different. Computing language is different. So we need to create like a bridge between them, am I right? So for that purpose, they introduce a concept name is called encoding and decoding. So data encoding and decoding processes introduced for that purpose. Encoding and decoding means so user is going to be enter the data. The data is encoded into the format. One format. It is reversible. It means that I want like a so send one name. That name should convert into the binary format for the computer. Computer can deal with the data, so data in a binary. So that binary system communication purpose. So they introduce like a so system we have, the binary systems we have, binary data presentation and octa format, octaves. So octa format we have, and we have like a decimal format. We have a decimal format, and we have hexadecimal format. So data is like a representing in a different format. So our data is like a so binary data 0 or 1. Fixed format of information we are presenting in a octa format. It means like a so when you use a binary, what are the things included in this? Either 0 or 1 only. So data representation only in a 0 or 1. And octa format means like a so you can include the 0 to 7 numbers. So 0 to 7 numbers are included in this system. Octa system. In a decimal system, 0 to 9 numeric numbers. Okay, included in that. Hexadecimal, 0 to 9 and A2. So ATF, characters. Alphabets, partial. Is able to follow. All those are encoding systems. Data in a different format. Now see this actual computer can understand the only binary. but we are introducing numeric data 0 to 700 first. Numeric data, decimal form, where we can use any number, any number. Now you are including numbers plus alphabet, but partial alphabet. As I will do follow me. So that's why they introduce like a base system, base systems, like a base 32, base 45, base 54, base 64, base systems they introduce. Now that base systems allow the including of the few extra characters. Like we want to generate the word by combination of numbers, strings, including special characters, then base system is suitable for you. So all those are like a encoding and decoding mechanism. So they are trying to like encode and decode the data. So you can convert your data, original data from to the another form, that another form to the it's a reversal. You are encoding the data. You are hiding the actual data context by encoding. So encoding decoding is the part. So in a part of the encoding and decoding process, like so they are using one standard approach. So we can call that one as American Standard Code for Information. Okay, interchange. Ask. So we have like our standard American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So they map like a so 256 plus characters. Part of our keyboard. Now if you look into your keyboard, we have like too many keys are right. All those keys are combined combination with the ASCII only. American Standard Code for Information Interchange is a key for the communication between human language to the computer language. So in encoding decoding systems, use the ASCII as a reference. Encoding and decoding systems use the ASCII as a reference. So all of you go to Google. So all of you open your browser and visit ASCII. ASCII code.com. All of you visit this website. ASCII code.com. So they map like our keyboard with our computing device. So did you visit this website? You can see that like so when you click on the like backspace. So your backspace is like converting into the binary format like this. This binary data is executing on it. Your computer processor that. Your backspace. Okay, you are enter. Okay, so you are all button, everything, escape button, everything. So we have like a mapping. Our keyboard is mapping with okay, so formats are like decimal format, octa format, hexadecimal format, binary format. So we have a symbols and even HTML encoding format. Okay, different encoding techniques. So now we have a characters, space, dollar, comma, all those things, including our uppercase, lowercase keyboard letters. So whatever we have. So we have like some extra like symbols also. So those symbols also recently included this last week. Now let's take like your notepad, write your nickname and convert it to the ASCII file. So now my name is like so now I want like to represent that in a ASCII format. So binary format. So I have to like look into this reference here. So where is the IKC? So binary value of that. So so my name is like a process like this. Our computer like understand the like a story. Our in a binary format. This is an encoded. Now same name like a so you can just send. This is the binary encoded. So a lot of people like represent like a so binary means like a so zero B. So they will start with a so 0x means like hexadecimal value. B means binary value. Like that they will but now so this is the value clearly visible with the zero. By looking into the data, you can figure out that which encoding it is finally encoded. Now, if you look into the data, like I should say, like I'm using Z. Why I use this is the hexadecimal value. So this is the hexadecimal value. So my name in hexadecimal value. So data can be either in a binary or like a decimal or hexadecimal or any other encoding system. Okay. So this is like a binary. So binary format, hexadecimal format. Okay. So our entire hard disk data or our network data always okay processed by our computers in a binary format only. But for easy understanding, even it is available in a hexadecimal format. It is available in a hexadecimal format. So when you are trying to like these are hard disk data. Your hard disk data, your files information, everything is available in hexadecimal format. So especially in like a malware analysis style or like a hard disk forensic style, like you can use X editors which will convert your entire data into hexadecimal format and everything will be hexadecimal format. Even our Wireshark also in our last week classes we use like a Wireshark for the our network monitoring purpose. Our Wireshark has a section where you can see the all your data in a hexadecimal format. So if you look into the like Wireshark, so every frame data is sending in a hexadecimal format. You can see the like hexadecimal format section. This is hexadecimal format of your object. So every data like passing every hexadecimal. So this is the ASCII values. So normal like a characters in ASCII format. So now hexadecimal. So whatever data is passing through your network, you are like a network analyzer, network traffic analyzer, Wireshark is displaying frames wise data, displaying hexa value, X format value, hexa format values. Okay, so our data can be in hexadecimal format. So most popular technique is hexadecimal format technique and this 64 technique. Clear everyone? Now let's convert your name into the letter so binary hexa format by using ASCII table. Please all of you participate in this session. So go to the ASCII-code.com, note down your name, So not only your name, so take your nickname like a so just convert your nickname into the binary format. Or write any secret, convert that secret into the binary format or hexadecimal format. You can share in a group, others can decode and see that secret. So you have to share this value. So if you share this value with anyone can reverse this value. Now this is the value I have. I can reverse this value with the cyber check. There is a tool name is called cyber check. So we use this tool for the data handling purpose. So cyber check we use. So we have that link in the GitHub. Now whenever you paste any encoded format information, and the encoded data you can decode. Now this encoded information you can see in decoded format. So see this it is already detected like so this value there is a magic one. I love to use this tool because of this. Because it auto detected which equal technique. Now it is figure out that this from X value we can produce like a value. So it has a recipes, nothing not like decoding and encoding recipes. So you can just take up from X value to the latest value we extend. Clear everyone? So we can use a cyber tool like a encode and decoding purpose, but it is clearly following the rule. This is a reference. So please all of you, so start like a writing some secret message in an encoded format. Then write one or two words. Now share them in a group, others will decode by using cyber. Figure out. Please try to check encoding and decoding in a cyber. In a cyber check, like whenever you paste like an input, if it is in encoded format, it will identify which encoding technique automatically. So when you are doing like a forensics are part of the security operations center, you can observe some information in encoded format. You should know how to decode it. So that's why I'm explaining this concept. We have to like so discover the data which is hidden in an encoded format. But no. Next format. So you can just like a drag and grab that recipe, you can convert that hexadecimal format. Now Excel dump means like a so dump kind of value you get. Now you can convert to the like a so decimal format. So to decimal. You can convert to the HTML entity format. HTML entity. So this is a part of HTML entity format. So your data format you can change. So you can change to the any format. It's all those are like methods. Two, Octa format. This is Octa format. So base format. You can choose like a base format. You convert to the base format. Base 32 format. 32 characters are in A to Z uppercase. 26 alphabets. Numbers 2 to 7. Okay, so 2 to 7 only included. So it means 5. 26 5. Okay, so 31. Now extra equal combination. 32 characters combinations. Will generate the string only by using those 32 characters combination only. So your message will convert you to the 32 pairs like now 45 characters are included to generate the message. Convert our data into the answer. So now 0 to 9 numbers, A to Z. Okay, so 0 to 9 means 10. A to Z 26. 10, 26, 36. Now it is like using extra special characters. Now like a sum of all those characters including it is included a space, it is included a star, it is included a symbol, percentage, all those 45 characters uses we have. Okay, so base system with the 45 characters, base system with the 32 characters, base system with the okay 58 characters. So 58 characters only. So in this, what are the 55 and 58 characters here? The 0 is not included. All uppercase, lowercase characters are included. 0 is not included. Means 26 plus 26. So 26 plus 26. So uppercase, lowercase. So 52. And numbers. So it is just like using a combination of them. So 58 characters. So we have to observe the like so which format it is 62 characters combination. See that 52 plus 10 characters 0 to 9 numbers. 60. So 62 characters combination is string equal. That string it follows some algorithm in the background. That's able to follow me. So that conversion technique. So encoding means that you can convert your data to any format. Also, this is the most popular format. Base64 format is the most popular format used in the industry. Most of the hackers who want to hide their malware code, those guys use the base64 encoding technique. So they will convert their malware code into the base64 encoded format or like a hexadecimal format. So on like a so decimal format like that, they will use a combination of multiple encoding techniques to hide the malicious code detection from the okay antivirus engines, antivirus programs. So we have like a endpoint detection say like a response to EDR. We have like a intrusion okay detection system and prevention system, IDS, IPS. Okay, and we have like a firewall, we have antivirus. So those kind of defensive tools fail to detect your malware code if it is an encoded format. Encoded format malware code is not able to detect by the antivirus. In a recent era, like so every attack is a fileless malware. Most of it. Fileless malware means they don't send the file. File is not going to be downloaded into your system. That script directly going to be run in a PowerShell. Where is that code in a memory, system memory? It means RAM, your malicious code is loaded directly into the RAM, running from the RAM by using PowerShell or command line interface or by using JavaScript and an execution process. Antivirus only can detect the malware when it is downloaded and saved in your computer because antivirus downloaded file hash will calculate and compare the hash database, malware hash database. Now, so malware is not detectable. In case even if you find out like a script also, in case if it is downloaded, it is not in a plain text. It is in a encoded format, multiple loose case. Encoded, double encoded, triple encoded, encoded values encoded again, encoded again. Multiple iterations will make antivirus engine detection impossible. If you want to build a malware without like this antivirus detection, then do the encoding. That is a hacker's technique. As you're able to follow me. So hackers prefer to use the encoding technique. Even like a hackers prefer to use the encoding techniques to bypass the firewalls also. So part of web security classes, I prefer to cover the concept SQL injection for web application firewall class, web application firewall bypass class. In that class, I recommended one method is convert. So your special SQL queries characters into the encoded firewall. Now firewall are able to understand the encoded data. It can't block you. It means we can bypass the firewall rules also by using NPL. So this is like a hackers can use to bypass your defensive mechanism. Even they can use this mechanism to hide the data presence. You can't able to figure it. Guys are able to follow me. So encoding decoding is not a new technique. It is like already existing in the market from the many years. So do you know like so from the thousands of years we are using this. Now what today's like the people they use like a spice. They will not. So the spies like a carry like a secrets between like kingdom to kingdom without revealing their identity. So there is a like onion side. It was like so they have partner and party. If you watch that, characters, they do the job spy. They will transfer the data. They will exchange the messages between the king. So they are the carriers. They use a different kind of so they use a like encoding kind of old days. That means so I don't want like a disclose the original message. Others should not read that. Encoding is that. Only right person can decode it because they know the logic. That's able to follow me. But it is a reversible, easy to reverse. Whoever figure out that which technique you are using. I found that like you are using your case so base 64 encoding technique. Then I can reverse easily with the base 64 technique. I have this data. I can just like I have this data. So I have this data. This is the like encoded data in the base 64. I can simply can reverse it like a not to do from. Now I can start guessing it from base 32 frame. From like a base 45. See, if I want like a so blindly like this, I can do even like a blindly even if I do that, like after a few seconds or a few minutes, I can find out that exact. That might our man's plan is already there, which is already suggesting, bro, it is in a business. It is giving hint to you. Otherwise, so we can why I'm explaining this? Like a part of your application security testing audit. Sometimes you are capturing the data between your browser to the server. That time that day, some data can come in encoded file. Can we code it? You can find the secrets in a communication. So how many of you like us to finish like SMTP traffic analysis in a version? I forwarded like some files on SMTP traffic if you analyze. That SMTP traffic user and password secrets in a encoded file. So if you observe that, like sorry, our group I already posted in the last three classes. So just like last why short classes. So why short classes? So I just make a download file from the website. I give it you SMTP, simple mail transfer. Just like a share this file. You can open with your WhatsApp and you can see that. If you open with your WhatsApp. So open your WhatsApp. Just you can open the file. Now this is the traffic. So when I figure out that there is a secondary traffic, I can follow the TCP stream. Right? Now in this follow the TCP stream, I can observe that there is some information not like the authentication login is started, but some information not even like a human being. Now if you look into this message, see this, it looks like a different. Is it like a human readable? Now, so when I try to decode this, you can decode this kind of in a communication. Now data is not in a plain text, some different. Let's decode it. So investigation is on fine. What it is. Now if this is a confirmed what it means. As a username was basic for encoded format. Now it means like a so all those things are encoded values. So base 64 encoded values. I can be you can try what is the username. So that server is asking like a username. Now username is something. So email address is the user. Now so we have that like so now next like server name asking password. See the completely encoded format. Communication in an encoded format. So SMTP authentication communication in basis for encoded format. Service on the credentials in the encoded format. But it isn't reverse. Now tell me, is it a good to use? Latest about Krishna, right after encode is reverse. That's why we are recommending to use the SSL TLS, transport layer security, which will encrypt the data. It's not easy to reverse. It's a encode decode, but encryption decryption only authorized person can. Who has a key? Encoding decoding process with additional layer is key. That additional layer key is a layer key only. Cryptography. Cryptography use the convert the plain text to the ciphertext. Convert the plain text to the ciphertext. How you are converting? You are using the cipher algorithm. Cipher means algorithm. Encoding, decoding also using algorithm, but without any key. They don't have a key. Anyone can encode, anyone can decode. But this cryptography is playing a key role with the keys. Now your plain text data is converted through the one algorithm by using one secret key. Who knows that secret key only can convert the ciphertext back to the plain text. So log this, unlog this. We need a key for that. So encoding, decoding is easy to find the secrets in encoded information. Okay, you are using a QR code. What is this? You are doing a payment by using a QR code, am I right? This is encoded screenshot. Encoded. Encoding. You know, encoding we use in our daily life. You can't be able to. So if you like a so use like encoding techniques. Generate QR code. Now it will say empty. You don't have anything in that. So you can use like input. What is it? So hackers now using a new technique like generating the malicious links part of the QR code. Whenever someone scan that QR code, immediately you will visit to this. Scan the QR code. If you open camera app and like if you point to that QR code, it will show you that like a link, a redirection link to the Google Drive. Alright. Now hackers are using a scam. This is simply they are encoding their malware link, malware download link in a QR. Malicious website link in a QR code. Modified payment links in a QR code. So QR code generated encoding. So it is using like a conversation also. Sometimes like so they are writing a lot of secret message, sending the QR code. Others are simply scanning and finding the secret communication. So like cyber terrorist organizations use the communication system. Encoding, decoding, encryption, decryption. All those techniques used by them to keep their communication private. Others can't able to read quickly. Others can't able to understand quickly. That means they will have a, like a, like so if you watch like a few movies, tiger is coming, lion is coming. Like so they use a walkie-talkie and like communication. So when there is a war is going on, what is who is the tiger? It's a code name. Their unique code name. The gang code name. Only those guys knows that, but we can't understand who is a tiger, who is a lion. They started sector 7. They know about that sector. But we don't know. That night, but they will use that. That is encoding only. Yeah. Mapping, okay. Known thing to the unknown world. Others unknown. You know, like so, most stories are very popular. Did you watch Mission Impossible? Mission Impossible, listen. So they will try to find the coordinates by using Morse code. Morse code. That Morse code is technique is a really standard technique used in spy agencies. So like especially when you are working, so they use a Morse code. That Morse code technique also can generate this. Generate the Morse code. So there is a like a machine to tap. అది ఆ పర్టికులర్ సీక్వెన్స్ లోన సౌండ్ అవుతుంది. So based upon that they will understand. This is what this is. So let's just there is a one movie like related తెలుగులో తారక recent is a spy. మన ఎన్టీఆర్ బ్రదర్ ఆమె ఏం చేస్తుంది సీన్స్ పాసింగ్ యూజింగ్ మోర్స్ కోడ్ and climax scene is completely changed because of the Morse code communication. The climax మొత్తం ప్లాన్ యాక్షన్ చేంజ్ అయిపోయింది అవి చేంజ్ అయితే Morse code use R share the information. R ప్రెస్ చేసే మూమెంట్ లో Morse code వాడతారు నార్మల్ హార్మోన్ ప్రెస్ చేయకుండా Morse code ముందు ప్రెస్ చేస్తారు ఎన్నిసార్లు Morse code ముందు this is a what see communication so if they want like a secret communication they will use a different way. Okay, so try to like so download your QR code, upload that QR code into this input upload option. Open folder as a open file as a the image upload make QR code image. You will see that like how our UPI apps are there. They simply mention that UPI forward slash phone number UPI ID mention that two big name. But prefix we have like this. Now previously prefix person. Now this one and the hash master should be close with the semicolon. అర్థమవుతుందా so we have encoding techniques different encoding techniques every encoding technique has some standard measure so we have what we have to do today you have to identify the list of the encoding techniques available now they can find all of them encoding decoding mechanism in cyber one by one encoding technique structure allow them చూడండి like take one word or like one sentence having a message try to convert that into different encoding techniques. Okay, you will understand that how to encode and how to decode. So what is the logic behind encoding? Because so in a real time we have to decode the data. If we have to figure out that is the encoded message or plain message. If it is encoded, we should decode. అర్థమవుతుందా సో ప్లేన్ మనకు అర్థమయ్యే లాంగ్వేజ్ లో ఉంటుంది ఇంగ్లీష్ బాగా అర్థమవుతుంది కదా మనకి అది ఇంగ్లీష్ అని అర్థం కానీ ఎన్కోడెడ్ సో దెర్ ఇస్ క్లియర్ ఎవరీవన్ సి ఇన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ మీద ఉంటాయి షాపింగ్ మాల్ యూజ్ ద స్కానర్ టు స్కాన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ బార్ కోడ్ ఆల్సో వన్ ఎన్కోడింగ్ barcode is encoded technique. See, this world is made up full of encoding. మన వేసే స్టిక్కర్లు కానీ అన్ని ఎన్కోడెడ్ సో barcode sticker. You have like take your other yes. As well like it has one barcode. That barcode is giving an including token number. Invisible, I just scan it and code and figure out okay, our ration card, our PAN card. Okay, our voter card. Every card has a very small size scan. It is encoded value of your identity. Guys are able to follow me. Certificates are called lot of universities now giving scan code. Identity. We use like a technique encoding thing. So encoding is like everywhere. So try to understand more about encoding, decoding today. That's it. I don't want anything from you today. You need to understand encoding, decoding. You have to decode and encode. So I given some sample malware scripts to you to work on. So first of all, let's finish those three assignments. I forwarded like a three simple messages to you in a group. Let's figure out what type of encoding techniques there are. నేను చెప్పడం కన్నా చేయాల్సిన ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఎందుకంటే ప్యూర్లీ ఇన్వెస్టిగేషన్ so you don't mention those rules in your resume but you know you just mention that you are aware of the things. So I just given like a three types of things. So one is exercise and value, X value, and another is model code, another one is like basis. I just forwarded a link related to the basis report and code analysis script for application. I just like to share the documents. So open those things. But be careful, don't run, download them and don't run anyone. Those scripts are malicious. Malware sample. You know, this is like a interesting concept in a especially who are working in antivirus companies, those guys use this technique to figure out. They do the like a sample analysis, malware sample analysis to understand the malware behavior. That time they really tried hard to understand the malware code, which is an important part. Okay. So I especially like I deliver this concept, whatever we covered in a 2 days class. I covered in a 2 3 days to the mind three people. Again, they are working for the Microsoft and development. Those guys behind. Okay, behind. So discussion policy. So because they will get the malware samples for the investigation, those malware samples are like imported sometimes. Now if you look into this message, see this file, you can simply click on the raw and you can see that message. Or you can see that message directly whenever you select. You can just like see that message. You can simply click on this button, copy button, copy raw file, and you see what so what we have is this is a code file they have. This is a code execution they have. What is this code? PowerShell. They are calling PowerShell and execution bypass. Because file again some encoding reality. Get the string convert from the base 64 string. It means they are using a one string in a base 64 encoded format. Now this is a code executed, but we don't have a proper hit. How can we figure out this? What exactly happening there? After decoding that value only on right. So if you decode this value only, you can figure out that what is their motive. They mention the code download link, malware download link. So you can uncover them, then defeat motive of the criminal. So whenever like you are investigating like a part of the threat intelligence or some operations, this kind of samples you will figure out. So I just like I will open a few samples. The samples I given to you today. Work on the decoding them. Figure out like how many encoding techniques they are using. Okay. So every sample has a interesting information. Now this is a sample has a big data, lot of information. So it is a clearly like a example like a these are like everything, but like some places you can see that like the guy is a clearly encoding the data. Now see this is a like encoding data. It's not so this is encoding. You can't able to understand that encoded values. So you have to like so select that specific part of message only for the decoding. మొత్తం డికోడ్ చేయాలి తీసుకెళ్ళి పేస్ట్ చేస్తే డికోడ్ కావాలి సో వీ హ్యావ్ లైక్ a basic info like a string